look at what is happening, basically, one is curious. Sheikh Gumi is able to trace these bandits to their hideouts and meet with them. Why is it difficult for the Nigerian intelligence community or the Nigerian military to be able to know where these bandits are?
They know.
They know?
They know where they are. They see them by aerial views. They have intelligence among them. I've met a herdsman. I have met a herdsman who is part of the internal security. They all know. But the problem, I think now, the military...
Thank you so much. I'm your body so great. I want to call on the Nigerian people to put on their thinking cap. We need to reflect, and reflect deeply too. If Sheikh Gumi was to be an Igbo man, that's just what we need to reflect on. You see, no nation will move forward if there is no absolute inclusiveness, if there is no truth and there is no justice. No nation will move forward if, because you are from a particular part of the country, you will act and move about as somebody who is above the law. When Jonathan was sitting president, or before the election that brought him, El-Rufai threatened violence. DSS, Department of State Service, invited El-Rufai. He refused to honor the invitation. Nothing happened. He was not arrested. Sheikh Gumi has said so many things against the Nigerian people when it has to do with terrorism in Nigeria. So reluctantly, the other day, government invited him. And it was as if it's a child's play. The man came out and said, nobody should bother, there is no cause for alarm. Nobody should bother, there is no cause for alarm. The question we need to reflect on, if Sheikh Gumi was to be an Igbo man, if Sheikh Gumi was to be an Igbo man, telling the whole nation there will not be peace in Nigeria until the dialogue with Nnamdi Kanu, who is not even a terrorist, who is not even kidnapping people and demanding ransom, who, of all the effort made by the federal government, they have not been able to pin him down to any crime. From treason to this, to that. You get to Supreme Court, you come back to High Court, you cook up another one, you start it all over again. All these years. Appeal Court said, discharge him, release him, he is innocent. Supreme Court said, go back and start another charge, and fresh one altogether. But what if you have an Igbo man who said Nigeria will not know peace until you dialogue with IPOB?
Nigerians need to pipe down, put cold brain and understand the issue. But I see the solution is very simple, but it's not military hardware. Anything but not military hardware.
What's the solution?
The solution is dialogue and teaching, because these people...
What if you have a group of terrorists or bandits, or call them anyone, armed wielding youths, kidnapping people and demanding for ransom? Then an Igbo man said, Nigeria will not know peace until we dialogue with them and grant them whatever they're asking for. Or he will say, Dialogue with them. Don't use force. Don't be stubborn. Dialogue with them. Give them what they are asking for. Then the security agencies will just sit back and watch the Igbo man move about freely. He will tell you he has the contact of all the terrorists, of all the bandits, of all the kidnappers. He can dialogue with them. He can talk with them. Then
he knows their leader. In fact, there's a book, I Am a Bandit, by one Murtala, an academician. He listed more than 160 bandit leaders. We know their leaders by their names, but you don't know their foot soldiers. You don't know them, all of them. So you just know their leaders.
Everybody will just allow him move freely. If reluctantly the security department invite him, it's just for formality. Nothing serious. He will just go in and come out within minutes. If Sheikh Gumi was to be an Igbo man, Nigerians should think, what will be the action of the security agencies against that Igbo man? If an Igbo man will do what Sheikh Gumi is doing, what will the security agencies do? What type of force will they use to descend on him? Where would that Igbo man be by now? Can you see why Nigeria is a joke? A huge joke. Some say it's a scam. Can you see why we are not making any effort whatsoever to build a united nation, Nigeria, to achieve unity, to achieve progress? We are not making any effort at all. Reflect on this. If Sheikh Gumi was to be an Igbo man, would the narrative be different? Will military show force? You have heard what we are told by an elder statesman. Conscience is an open wound. Only truth can heal it. The conscience of the nation. That is what is facing the challenge. The conscience of the nation. Where do we derive our moral authority? With all the actions and inaction of government. What really happened to our conscience? Where are we moving backward? What really made us to be comfortable that we have lost our humanity? Let us reflect. If Sheikh Gumi was to be an Igbo man, that is the question. It calls for sober reflection. May it please you to share this video and subscribe to the channel.
Nigerians need to pipe down, put cold brain and understand the issue. But I see the solution is very simple. But it's not military hardware. Anything but not military hardware.
What's the solution?
The solution is dialogue.